Okay, so this is a quick tutorial on how to create a Google site. It's not easy to create something like this from scratch, so I do have a template for sale in the comments section, which will take you to my Teachers Pay Teachers store. If you have already done that and you've already duplicated this site to make your own copy, let's go ahead and get started. So up here is where you put the name of your site, something very basic like your class, your school, your teacher name. You can also do that in this heading portion. Okay, if you want to change your heading image, you can select an image that's already created. I've been uploading custom ones that I save to my desktop that I create in Google Drawings. Okay, that looks something like this. Cancel that. Okay, and you can create these, download them and save them, and then upload them. All right, my next step is that I create kind of a home page, a landing page that I never change. It's called my Week at a Glance for my distance learning students. And this is their Week at a Glance. It shows them all the work that they need to complete for the week. And then I have a page that says, this week, for us, we are in week 9 of distance learning. So that is why this page says week 9. Now what I do is I create different sections by using this insert option on this tab on the right. You notice that they have these little pre-made activity or pre-made kind of templates, which are awesome. You just click them and they insert. You can insert videos into here, things from your drive. I always do things from YouTube and then I give a title. You can also move them around very easily, which is super cool. Okay, and then you can also change the color of them. I kind of make everything gray, but you have the option to not do that, and you can delete them very easily. You can also grab them when they have a blue outline, press Command C for copy and press Command V for paste. I usually do that when they're already done, and then I can it's a very easy way to copy and paste. All right. Another thing that you can do is what is super cool is that you can just double click anywhere and it gives you the options to create a text box, to upload an image, drive, embed an image, or upload like a straight image, which is what I do with these screenshots. What you can also do is you can use any of these options right here. I try to not make it too fancy with my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students, but things I use are dividers, which is this part right here that will divide your things into sections. And then quite often I attach links to activities. So I will download icons from the internet and then I will highlight them, I will click this link option, and then I will link things like this is a GimKit game for them to go play to review their vocabulary. Now what I do, now there's so many options, you just have to play around, have fun. There's themes which you can change. I use this impression theme with the green, okay, but you can also change it to any of these themes, all right? What I also like to do is I'll show you an example. I'm gonna start creating week 10. So I'm going to hit those 3 dots. I'm gonna duplicate this page, and I do that because it's just easier for me to copy and paste new assignments in instead of starting with a blank page. So I'm gonna duplicate this page, all right? I'm gonna call this page week 10. All right, I'm gonna hit done. There are advanced versions, but I don't do those custom paths. I don't really know what they mean. I'm gonna hit done. Now I have week 10 this week that looks like this, all right? I'm gonna go to week 9, okay? And I'm gonna move week 9 into this section called past weeks. So over here in the options, I'm gonna click on week 9. First, I'm going to delete this week because it is no longer this week, all right? And then I'm gonna click week 9, I'm gonna hold it down, and I'm gonna move it into this past weeks section. Now you don't have to do that, but if you don't, it gets kind of crowded up here on your toolbar, and it's just easier for you to kind of archive these old weeks. So you can also move these around, like if you want to move them around just to make them a little bit, oops, I just put week 9 under week 8, which I don't want to do. But you can do that too. You can even put week 9 embedded in week 8 so that week 8 has another little drop-down tab that looks like that. It looks a little confusing to me, so I choose not to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put these in order. All right, so that is how you do the basic editing of your Google site. When you add words, you have options to make the words either a normal text, a title, a heading, or subheading, or small. There's not a ton of font options, but I just chose the theme whose font I like the best, and then I was able to work with that. I have, once you have text boxes and things, and you want to maybe highlight whole things, you can kind of move things around to make things a little bit easier. Or if you want to do things, you can also hit the undo button and it will move things back to where they were before, I think. Or you can just move them with your hands. So a Google site is a great way for you to just figure things out, get things organized, do things visually for your visual learners. And when you're done, you're going to publish your site. And it's going to take just a minute, but it's going to show you your publishings, and it's going to show you, oh, it says my site has been published, and then you can view. Options up here. This will give you the link of your published site. You never want to copy the link up here because this is your edit link. This is your published link. This is the link you want to share with students or people to view your site. Up here is how you can view your Google site as a user. All right. So that is the very basic tutorial of how to edit and manipulate your Google site.